Look, so today I will have of course, well, let me start before I begin. My name is Shanta Butler. And also I would like to thank God, who's honor of my life, who's in my life, honor him. Mm-hmm. Thank you, grateful, thank you. And I'm grateful that you all came out here today. And our company is Anointed Realty Group. And we're one of the sponsors today. We also have New Star Mortgage as well, which are also one of our sponsors. They could not be here, but you will find their information in the packets. But, of course, we made sure we were able to provide you all with, we have food, we have treats, we got snacks, we got gifts, we got giveaways, and we got daiquiris. Right. So, again, feel free to help yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, a key. Hold on 1 second. We're going to have to get you all your key. In a few minutes, you're going to get your key and a raffle ticket. So, pretty much for the key, you cannot say the word house or home. And of course, if you say either one of the two words, your key can get taken away from you. And of course, whoever collects the most keys at the end of the event, you will win a prize. And also, we have the raffle ticket for gifts and giveaways. So if you all hear anyone say house or home, key counts, because you'll have their keys. So we're going to get them in a minute. And we'll have them in a minute. And again, like these items right here, that's what these are for. And this is pretty much to show you all that we do appreciate you and we do value your time as well. And of course, you can be anywhere in the world today, but you decide to come out here on this Humpback Wednesday and get this information. So, y'all, look, give yourselves a hand. Y'all taking the first step towards your journey. Okay, so about the workshops. So pretty much whatever, we began the workshops because we noticed while we were working with our home buyers that there was a lack of knowledge. And of course, when there's a lack of knowledge, that's when consumers become frustrated and overwhelmed with the process because it's a journey. So, and one of the reasons why I enjoy hosting the workshops is because I have a teaching spirit. And not only that, this is my passion. I enjoy, I'm an information junkie. So, I also, one of my clients called me, and she told me that her husband had a real estate, well, no, not a real estate related question, had a Social Security question. So she said that her husband had asked her, whatever the question was, I don't quite remember, but she said she told him that she didn't know the answer. So he told her, well, call Shanta. She said, Shanta sells real estate. He said, Shanta knows everything. So he's absolutely right. Look, like my husband say, I don't need Google. I have Shanta. Oh, boy. So, lastly, I want to let you all know that I am your biggest fan. Yes, I am. Look, I want us all to win and be successful in this life. Not only that, as it relates to you purchasing a home, if it's something that you want to do, I want to make sure that you accomplish your goal. One thing about it, the only thing that you need is a desire. If you have a desire to purchase a home, coupled with our dedication, I'm confident that we can make it happen for you all. Even if you're purchasing again, or first-time home buyers, whatever your situation may be, we are here for you all. And not to mention, we were once in your shoes as well. We felt the same way that you all felt. Like, oh my God, scared. Look, like, do I really want to do this or do I really want to do this? So, but no worries, the good thing, you all have us. Look, we didn't have someone like us. Look, so you all have us to navigate through this process with you all. And we promise to hold your hand every step of the way. So, and I want to also give you all just a little information about our company. And I want to let, of course, the name is Anointed Realty Group. And pretty much what that means, whatever. Of course, we're anointed and appointed. Look, to find you a home today. So, and of course, we are servants, which is one of the reasons why we do these events. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because we're going to have more information about our company here within the contents of this PowerPoint here. Why do I do this? Because this girl loves selling real estate. Yes, I do. That's me right there. Yes, it is. We were in Las Vegas. Oh, my goodness. You all have not been to Las Vegas. Woo! So I can't tell y'all what happened, but of course, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. But that was in 2009 for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Had a ball. Okay. So I want to let you all know that you have a purpose. Your story is important. Your dreams count. Your voice matters. You were born to make an impact. You really do have a purpose. And it's simply this. Be you, totally and completely, fully expressed at all times. Always be you, who you are. Do not let anyone change you. You are God's gift to the world. And here at Anointed Hands Realty Group, it's all about you. We promise to provide you with disclosure, confidentiality, obedience, accountability, loyalty, and care, of course. We promise to counter your transaction as if it's our very own personal transaction. So, since it's all about you, let me get some introductions. Don't be acting shy up there. I see you. You ain't shy. Okay, if you would, state where are you in the home buying process and what you hope to get out of the workshop. And are there any possible topics that you would like to learn about? And I also want to let you know, if you have a question or anything, most likely we will answer it throughout this session. But just write it down on your notebook that says you can do it. You've got this. I'm sorry. That was the last thing. You've got this. So if you have a question, just write it down on a page and just put your page at the top of your desk. So yes, the reason why I said that this is you call those desks because we're in the classroom, but don't worry, you all look. I'll let you all cheat in my classroom. So we're gonna have a test at the end, and you can cheat off your partner's paper. So Miss Graham was smart for bringing her. Oh boy. Okay, so.
You're gonna be cheating off me.
Okay, so we'll let you go ahead and begin, Miss Graham. Look, since he's going to cheat on you.
I was already prepared anyway. Okay, so we are in the beginning stages of looking into home buying. So I think where we are is more like trying to get more knowledge on where we should start, what's the best way to start, and I guess the financing part.
Okay.
And that kind of goes into the second question. The topics that we would like to learn more about is the financing part.
Okay, cool. That's right here. Okay. Awesome. Were you speaking for both of you all, or?
Oh, yeah, both of us.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Deborah Evans. The reason for this class is I'm a first time home buyer. So basically, I just wanted to get knowledge on how to be a home buyer, and also the financial part and credit, making sure everything is on point. So this is the main reason why I was so interested in taking this class.
Right.
Ms. Cole?
My name is Carter Light, publicly speaking. I'm here to gather all the information
Y'all
that I can
family,
gather.
honey.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I'm here to gather all the information I can gather. I'm at the beginning stage, so
Okay.
that's why I'm here.
Okay.
It's on the information highway. Let's go.
Okay.
Miss Tanner.
Well, my name is Sonia. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you, Sonia, again.
And I'm here because I at least want to get me on I'm going to say 1-2 year program. So I want to know where to start and just see where I can be in the next 3 years.
Awesome.
You know. Yep.
All right.
Welcome, welcome.
So we have everybody except for Mr. George.
Oh,
We weren't there to leave you out.
okay. Marvin George.
a realtor for over 20 years or more, and I enjoy sharing all of my experiences because we know that it's a very good thing to buy your house and to have your own legacy. That's the most important thing.
Yes. You
Thank
want to
you.
own a piece of the rock. About our company. We operate as one of Atlanta's premier real estate firms. We're very big on customer service. At Anointed Realty Group, we specialize in going above and beyond our customers' expectations. And we would like to offer our experience, our knowledge, and our God-given talent to educate you on the purchasing process. And don't worry, we will hold your hand every step of the way. So, once again, at the bottom, we never stop working for you because it's all about you. Our motto, honesty, integrity, trust. Our slogan, part of real estate is people, and we have the people's interest at heart. We make it our duty to carry on a tradition of trust. Our mission statement, Anointed Hands Realty Group is committed to providing the finest full-service real estate brokerage by employing the most professional, well-trained, and ethical real estate practitioners in the nation. We will not, under no circumstances, bend the truth for a sale. For every single client, we work as hard as we can to help them achieve their dreams. We're grateful and inspired to be working with a select team of professionals whom we believe are the most capable, honest, and hardworking in the country. We believe that working hard at something you love to do with people you trust is one of the greatest experiences in life. After all, heart of real estate is people, and we have the people's interests at heart. We're devoted to our family, our colleagues, our community, our country. Finally, we believe that our business can be successful for generations if only we continue the tradition of trust. Okay, before I get started, start the video on the home buying process, just an overview of it. Are there any questions? Okay, here we go.
If you're serious about buying a home, there are tons of people in the process you have to know. Real estate agents, mortgage company, inspectors, appraisers, title company. And you know what? They all play a role in the buying process. So let's take a look at what they do. First off, you need a real estate agent that is a realtor. Why? Well, not all agents are realtors, and they're held to a higher standard. And what he does is find out what your wants and needs are so he can do the right research on the properties and then schedule appointments and showings for you. Not only that, he'll negotiate prices in the best terms on your behalf. Plus, field and resolve any questions bothering you. That's right. As a buyer, you want to have a real estate agent that represents you, not the seller. Why? Because by having a buyer's agent, their services become free to you because the seller pays the real estate agent's commission. Not only that, your best interests are represented. After that, you want to contact your lender. What's a lender? Lenders can be bank, mortgage companies, or credit union. And what they'll do is ask you about your employment, assets, income, etc., so that you can get a pre-approval letter and start looking for a home. Don't worry if you don't know what a lender is or find one. Your realtor can help you with that. After you found your home, you need a termite inspector to check the condition of the exterior and interior of the home. After the inspections are finished, they'll provide you with a report. Only then can negotiations be done with the seller if any repairs are needed. Now it's time for the appraisal of the home. A lender can't give you money on a home until the property is verified. That is to say, it is actually worth what you are paying for. As the buyer, you will be paying for the appraisal. Usually this fee is included in the cost of getting a mortgage, but you can pay up front if you like. Finally, the title company will research any issues with the title of the home to see if it can be legally transferred to you. They will maintain your escrow monies per contract and coordinate the closing and hand over legal title to the home. Now you've got a much better idea of understanding the whole process and the people involved in helping you buy a home.
Okay, so
pretty much, if you all have questions, we're about to break all that down for you, so don't worry. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so they say in real estate, well, right here. First, as the video stated, you employ your real estate expert. And of course it says employ because we go to work for you. And don't worry, because we negotiate for the seller to pay your costs. So just in case you have any questions about cost. So next you're going to shop around for a mortgage, get pre-qualified for a loan, you sketch out what you need, you visit properties, rank houses, make an offer, then you go to the closing, move into your new home. It's just that easy. Now we wish it was though. So pretty much they say there are 88 types of turbulences when it comes down to purchasing a home. So buying your home is just like taking an airline flight across the country. When you start on your trip, you have no idea how the trip will go. But guess what? Neither does the pilot. You could run into 88 types of turbulence, or you can have a smooth flight and land on time. Certainly, the pilots will use their experience to navigate around the storms and go for the smoothest flight plan. But if they're honest, they can't promise a turbulence-free trip. Their job is to get you to your destination in the least time and with the least aggravation while keeping you informed throughout the trip. As your real estate consultants, we see ourselves as your pilot. Our job is to find your home, a good investment, negotiate and advocate for you, and get you the keys within your time frame and with the fewest hassles. We cannot know which of these types of turbulences will happen to you during your real estate transaction. When they do happen, our goal is to fix the problem first and then call to inform you of how we fix the issue. Or sometimes we just won't even tell you about it because we don't want to stress you out. But if it's something that is pertinent information that you need to know, yes, we will. And we promise we will not bail on you. With Anointed Hands Realty Group and New Star Mortgage, we have your package to close. I know some of you all don't even know what package means, but you'll learn about that. So what we're going to go over today, credit score, how it affects home buying process, the things to do before house hunting, programs for first-time home buyers. We won't leave experienced home buyers out. There's also 100% financing that our lenders offer as well. I'm going to go over the debt to income. I was about to say DTI, like you all know what I'm talking about. So debt to income, and of course the home buying process. So pretty much, if you all would like to the thing about why you see that, it says schedule your one-on-one session today. So what we do at Anointed Hands Realty Group is, first of all, you have your book as your reference. But in the event that you all decide to allow us to represent you all, of course, you're going to forget all about this information. But you'll have your own one-on-one buyer session, what we call our buyer's orientation. And of course, you can ask any questions that you may have, and of course, about the process. But again, you'll have your book as well as reference. Because 9 times out of 10, once you leave out of here, it's all going to go out the window. But you have your books. And the perks of allowing Anointed Hands Realty Group to represent you. We pay money towards your closing costs. We offer a VIP moving concierge. We will throw you a housewarming party. We send out surprise gifts after the closing. We host parties that our clients are invited to. You also have an opportunity to be a member of our business alliance for free. So pretty much with our business alliance, normally we have a space that's way larger than this particular one, and we have our vendors, our sponsors who sponsor the event, which we charge $25 a table, and it's a one-time membership fee to be a business alliance member. But of course for you all, if for whatever reason, if you are purchase a home or sell a home through us, that is offered for free to you all. Of course, you'll become part of the family. We will assist with any post-closing issues, such as contractors, or if you have like maintenance issues that you have questions about, we'll direct you to the right person. And we also give away a 3-day, 2-night stay at the lovely, the luxurious Westgate Resort. So, oh, the concierge, this is pretty much what it includes. Forwarding your mail, update address, all that information. So, let me ask you all a question. Are you tired of putting unnecessary money in your landlord's pocket? Yes. Okay, got some yeses in here. No problem. Look, we're going to help you out with that situation today. We're going to teach you all and show you all how to own your own property, and from beginning to the end. Okay, this is to determine if you are ready to buy. On the board, you will see like rental amounts. And you don't have to say anything about your rental amount. You can just keep it to yourself. But who would like to tell me what is like a, I guess, traditional, ordinary rental? What's the common rental amount that people are paying nowadays?
1,000 to 1,200.
Okay. So 1,000 to 1,200. So we'll go with 1,100. Okay, so 1,100. If you're paying rent for a month at $1,100, that means you'll be at $13,200 for the year. 5 years, you've put $66,000 into your landlord's pocket. By year 10, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
$120,000 that you've thrown out the window. 15 years, you could have bought you 2 houses. Not 1, but 2. So, are you ready to buy?
Yes.
But that's why you're here. You're here because we want to take you to your happy place. Home, your very own. Okay, our theme, you got this. We want you to go from questions to confidence with these simple tools and advice to help you feel at home while buying one. Okay. My new home, my happy place. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced homeowner, this guide can help you through the mortgage process. It will help make the home buying experience much easier. And you're going to understand your upfront costs, determine a price range that's realistic and comfortable for you, know more about how a real estate agent can help you, and learn how your credit score can impact your loan. Identify the paperwork you need for a smooth loan process. Am I ready? The first step, make sure that you understand the process. And that's pretty much a breakdown of what's in your book. Go to your table of contents, 6 pages past the Am I Ready? And that's like a break to let you know exactly what's in your book and what page, or what section. You all made it there? I see you doing your own thing, Shawan, don't mind me. Am I ready? She holding her own section over there. Go ahead, girl. So, of course, like I said, the first step is make sure you understand the process. In section 2, what do I need to know before I apply for a loan? So you can feel confident that you're making the right choice. Section 3, what do I need to do before I start shopping for a home? Learn what you can do to get a head start. Section 4, how do I go about finding the perfect home and making an offer? And you know what you want in the future home and how to find it. Section 5, what do I do after the offer is accepted? Make sure that the final stretch goes smoothly with minimum stress. So if you have a question about just the offer, what section do you all think that would be in? If you have a question about your offer.
Section 4.
Yeah. Yep, both, either one of those. The beginning is in section 4, and the end is in section 5. Awesome job. You all are listening. Thank you very much. Okay, so, Am I Ready? Starts on page 89. There you go, Marvin.
Okay. Before you start looking for a house, ask yourself, are you comfortable with what you can afford? This is on page 8. If you can't afford to buy a certain neighborhood, where you want to live, or if you face a significantly longer commute from the places you can afford to live, it may make more sense to continue renting. Do you have a reserve of cash saved? You need money for your down payment, and you may be responsible for closing costs on a loan.
And we're going to go through those too, so you all can have a better understanding of what that terminology means.
And then you'll also face new costs in addition to your mortgage payment. So if you have limited savings, it may make sense to continue a lower cost living arrangement until you can save more money. Now, how financially stable are you? If there's a chance you could be laid off soon, or your job requires you to move to a different city in the near future, buying may not be the best choice for you now. Do you have good credit? If you have recently missed payments or maxed out your credit cards, you may consider waiting to purchase a home until your credit improves so you can qualify for a lower interest rate.
Okay, page 9. Pretty much what you're going to do on page 9, you're going to determine the answers to these questions. Pretty much you're saying, I want a house that's mine without restrictions from a landlord. If you think that that is something that you would like to do, then it's yes, no, or not sure. This right here will determine whether you're ready to purchase a home or not. So if you all don't mind, you can go ahead and fill those out. And the answers, you can keep to yourselves. You all know where we're at on page 9.
Yes.
Okay. And if you don't want to do them now, that's fine. But it's just to give you an idea to decide if you're ready to purchase a home or not by answering those questions right there. Okay, so you want to go ahead with the board, Marvin, if you're ready.
Okay. If you're ready to buy, you should be able to say, I'm better off buying than renting. The house I can afford meets my expectations. And remember, house and home, so don't speak of those in here today. I have good credit. I understand the cost of home ownership. I'm financially stable.
Okay, so this is pretty much a breakdown of fees. So, if you could turn to page 12. So, as it relates to down payment, that can go anywhere from 0% to 3.5%. So, and pretty much whatever I've spoken with a couple of you about connecting with the loan officer. So, our loan officer offers a 100% financing program. So, and let me break that down. That 100% financing means zero. That means your down payment will be 0. You hear me? Y'all not excited about 0% down payment?
Yeah.
Y'all want to pay a down payment?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to help y'all out here. If y'all don't say nothing, that means y'all don't need my help. Okay. So 0% to 3.5%, that's the down payment. Closing costs can be anywhere from 2.5% to 4%. And the agent, it's our job to negotiate for the seller to pay your closing costs as well. So that means 0 plus 0 is what?
0.
So pretty much whatever. Our goal is to have your minimum coming out of pocket cost as minimum as possible. And those are inspection fees. They can go in, they vary. It can be anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on the inspectors. They have like a list or whatever for things that you would like to select, like 5-year warranties and 90-day warranties. So whatever cost, we will also provide a list to our clients of inspectors. So you can select from the list. However you decide to do, if you have your own, no problem. But when it comes down to the appraisal, now the inspector is the buyer's eyes and ears. The appraisal is the lender's ears and eyes. But guess what? They both have your best interest in heart. So they are looking out for you. The inspector is looking, well, Marvin, I'll let you go ahead since you are an appraiser. I'm sorry. Go right on ahead.
Okay, well, what that means is, as far as the inspector is concerned, that's for you, so that you'll know everything about that house. You know, as far as mold, mildew, termites, all of these things. Of course, you still need a termite inspector, which the seller has to produce. But what you want to do is have the inspection done. The appraisal, you have to pay for that as well. However, the mortgage company is the one who has control over that. You always have to ask if you can get a copy, because sometimes they will and sometimes they won't. But that's their inspection to make sure financially is stable. And then you're looking at your earnest money deposit. That is about $1,000 to help the seller know that you are in the game. That's your skin in the game, but it comes out at your closing, so you get that money back. The other two, inspection and appraisals, those are upfront costs you don't see again, but the earnest money comes back to you in closing.
And whether it's towards your cost or back in your pocket, of course, it depends on the fees that your closing costs will be. So that's what it's based upon. You have any questions, Ms. Carr? Okay, awesome. So, and that right here is just a scenario of someone's, the closing costs that they had to pay at closing. After they paid all those fees, they had a down payment of $3,500, closing costs of $250, inspection of $325, the earnest money $1,000, which is credited back to him, as Marvin stated, appraisal fee of $350. So $675 were they cost to bring to the closing table. So this is just the average amount of fees, just an estimate of price that you have to pay for your mortgage. And if you look on that last column, I increased that price by $100. And this is on page 24 and 27 in your books, if you want to take a look. So it's pretty much saying if you're looking at purchasing a $100,000 home, and of course keep in mind the taxes and those are calculated in your homeowner's insurance, and property tax are calculated in your mortgage. So that $100,000 that has been already incorporated in their fees. That means that their estimate for monthly payments was $731 a month on a $100,000 home. $150,000 home, $1,000.96 a month. So that's average rent, right? Mm-hmm. So if you see if you can pay rent at that amount, you can afford a home, right?
Right.
So, and like I said, it's on your page 24 and 27 if you want to look back at it later on. Down payment. See, that sound's supposed to be said, ah! But of course, as I stated, we do have lenders that offer down payment. They have 100% finance, and that pretty much means assistance with your down payment. So I hope you all have contacted the lenders. Those of you that I'm not gonna call y'all out. So, and the down payment, that's pretty much what we just discussed with our lenders' closing costs. That was pretty much discussed on the previous page as well. How to pay little to no closing costs. Call Anointed Realty Group, your trusted real estate professionals. We will negotiate on your behalf for the seller to pay your closing costs. So, there's a difference in a fixed rate or arm rate, that's your interest rate. So, the best way for you all to remember the difference in an arm and a fixed rate, and it's on page, 32 and 33. Okay, look at Kelvin and Kim right here. We told them to get a fixed rate,
but they decided to get the arm. So guess what happened? They broke their arm. So you want to go with a fixed rate. Remember, fixed rate. You don't want a broken arm, right? Arm, your payments will adjust. Fixed rate, your payments will be fixed. Yeah, but our lenders, of course, they're gonna, make sure that you get a fixed rate. But that's a good way to remember. You don't want no broken arm. You don't want no arm interest rate. Just in case you all decide to do your own thing and go to your own lender, I'm letting you all know. Because some lenders will try to sell you an arm. Okay.
And just to make it clear, the reason why they do that is if they can get you in at a lower rate,
Yeah.
and then later on it'll pop up, that's what hurts. So you don't see it later on, but they see. They'll start you off at 3% and then jump it up to 9%. And that's what hurts. That's why they call it a broken arm, because you get broke.
So you're going to ask your lender for a good faith estimate. And with your good faith estimate, it gives you a breakdown of your costs that you're paying. So, and of course, if we represent you all, we're going to make sure that you have all of these things in place, at the proper time. So you don't have to worry about remembering it. So now, do you feel comfortable with what to do before you apply for a loan? You want to make sure you know how much home I can afford. And that's pretty much an idea. You have a general idea of how much your rent is or how much you want to pay more for your rent. Now keep in mind, when you're purchasing a home, if you have to pay more money than you're paying for your rent, that's okay because it is your house. You don't want to pay more rent, than your own home or whatever. If you have to go over your rental amount, it's fine. It's yours. You will own it. And not to mention, pretty much the difference in when you're owning and renting. When you own your home, you have almost a year. I'm not recommending this, please understand. But you have almost a year of, not paying your mortgage. I don't recommend it. Pay your mortgage on time. But with the apartments or renting a home, the minute you don't pay your rent, you get kicked out into the streets. So that's the difference. Again, pay your mortgage. So I'm not recommending don't, but just letting you know.
One other thing about what she was saying, in terms of the ownership, you also, when you do your taxes, you can deduct
tax breaks.
all your tax breaks, because that's important, and all your interest is deductible.
Yeah.
Okay, and its expenses contingent upon that, even if you have repairs. So keep that in mind.
Right. And even if you did have to pay closing costs, I'm sorry, you have a question, Ms. Tyler? Yes.
Just, I was trying to elaborate on what, just questioning what you said. You said you get a lot of
tax breaks. See, when you do your taxes, there's a big section that says deductions, okay? And then another section that just says how much the government's going to give you. So if the government gives you $18,000, you have to have enough deductions to beat that $18,000. I'm just using that as an example. So if your interest that you're paying, your interest builds up in the beginning because you got $100,000 here and the interest pays on $100,000. But as the years go on, the principal reduces and you pay less interest.
Correct.
So don't feel bad about paying all that interest because you're going to get it back in taxes when you beat that deduction area. The reason is, some people make a lot of money, still rent, and have to pay more taxes.
Exactly. So, what do I need to do before I start shopping for a home? You want to get pre-approved. Pretty much what that means is page 37. You're going to contact the loan officer. The loan officer will pull your credit. The loan officer will ask you for items, which those items are on page 37. So the loan officer will ask you for your check stubs, most recent check stubs, your tax returns for the past 2 years, and of course, your Social Security number, of course, so he can pull your credit. And that's how the loan officer will determine your pre-approval amount. So,
Can I say something about credit? When you look at credit, the credit bureau doesn't tell you this, it just shows you this. No missed payments. If you pay more than a minimum, you'll be able to reduce the amount. Let's say if you have $1,000 credit card, but you want to keep your credit down to 30%. You say, why have a credit card because that's going to keep your score up. That's what your score is based on. If you can keep your credit in 50%, if you have $1,000, keep $500 in the open. So that's so important. Don't miss any payments because those are the first things they look at. So if you're going to pay the minimum, don't miss a payment. And if you're going to try to get a higher score, just don't use all the credit line that you have. Those are two key to keeping a high score.
and I also want to just, yes, Ms. Tanner, you have a question? You're fine.
Okay, so my thing is, say if you had bad credit, no credit, so how do you start working?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Our loan
Okay.
officer. Yeah, yeah, pretty much our loan officer. Okay, so a few of you all contacted us about what to do to get started with the process. So, and those are the ones that got the book that says you got this. That means to get on the phone and call that loan officer. You got this. Oh, hold on, that's the wrong book for you.
Why?
You supposed to have you got this.
I don't roll on
No problem. You can have both of them. Here you go. That's yours. So you can remember. Look, you need to remember this.
I called.
Not just you, Mr. and Mrs. Graham too. Look, you're not alone. You're not alone.
I started.
So pretty much what the loan officer is going to do, he's going to give you, you have the loan officer's contact information in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the loan officer, it's at the back of your booklet. I'm sorry, I should have told you all that. At the very back, last page or whatever, you have the loan officer's contact information on there. The very last, not the notes. You do have a notes section in your book. Yeah, you got it. There you go. This book right here, I'm sorry, your actual workbook, the workbook.
Huh.
So what the loan officer is going to do is going to put you on a plan to, if you say you want to buy within the next year or two, the loan officer will pull your credit, and then once he pulls your credit, he will contact you to go over your credit report and put you on a plan, let you know everything that needs to be taken care of on your credit. One thing that I love about Andy Goldman, a lot of loan officers, they don't like to work with people to get you in a position to purchase a home. He's one of the few loan officers that I know that's willing to, because he know we send him business all the time, and he know. And let me tell you why. Why loan officers do not like to work with individuals. Because guess what they do? Once that loan officer has taken 2 years to work with them, now keep in mind, time is money. Well, time is priceless, shall I say. That loan officer has spent 2 years working with this individual. And guess what they end up doing? Oh, guess what? My cousin is a loan officer.
Go somewhere
My
else.
cousin is a such and such. And they end up not going through that person. But our loan officers know that if we refer somebody to them, they're going to go through them. We have committed buyers. So the loan officer will put you on a plan. He'll pull your credit report. He'll let you know exactly what needs to be done to get your credit score where it needs to be at, and let you know the time frame that it is going to take to get you there. And everything is on you. So keep in mind, like I said before, if you have the desire, that's all you need is a desire to own your home or own again. And then, of course, the power is yours. Of course, God Almighty, but the ultimate decision to buy is your decision. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, once you move forward, watch God move.
All right.
So, I hope I answered your question. Did you have anything else about that, Ms. Tanner? Okay. Okay, Ms. Carr, you, because I'm going to have to call the loan officer. No worry, I'm going to call the loan officer for you today, personally.
You call him for us? We did.
Yeah, I
We
will.
did call him, but we,
I will. I'm going to call him on through with, hey, I got two. Hold on, let's call him right now.
All right.
Marvin, you can go ahead. I'm about to go outside and call him.
Remote.
Oh, it's back there. I'm so sorry.
You can operate it? Oh.
You got it? You just smash the arrows.
I don't know when he gonna stop us.
Oh, you just smash the arrows. Yeah, you smash those arrows.
Okay. How do I go about finding the perfect home and making an offer? To buy a home you love, you need to know what you want and need in the house.
That's right.
Now, what does that mean? Do you need a pool? Okay. Do you need a den? You know, those are the type of things that you look. Then you need to find a home that meets those needs. There are a number of steps along the way, and here's help on how to navigate your way through them. First, we're looking at the location on the side there. Location, size, condition. Back over here. Know what you want in a house. Single family home, condo, or gated community. This is good, but I have to do what I do. This is an emotional thing for you. You don't know it yet, but it's emotional, which means you're gonna, every time I deal with somebody, it's almost like you're friends and then you're not friends, because it's emotional to you. So don't worry about that. Let yourself, feel it, because an agent is gonna work with you. You have to look at two things. How many have children? How many is concerned with where they go to school? Okay? That's what you have to look for. I'm going to tell you why. As an agent, I was buying a house, and the other listing agent put the school that we wanted to go to in that district. And he was lying. Because he wanted to sell that house so bad, he put the school that we were interested in, and it wasn't in that district. I was an agent, and I noticed that. Okay, but the house was still good. All right? So always be aware that the agent is going to do all of this for you. Is going to, because you're not going to be worried about it. Is this right? Because you don't always know the cut of the distance. Secondly, when you're looking at, you can talk about gated community, you can talk about HOA dues. You're also looking at condo or single family. The terminology that we have to use is detached and attached. Or you're going to be attached to other people with walls. Or you want your own lawn to cut. So those are the things you have to consider. And you want to be an HOA, a community, gated, or just regular. Because those determine the age and the cost.
And they got to tell
If you just bought a resale home that's been built, in 1960, as opposed to one that was built in 2000. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. So these are the things. How much privacy, how important are local schools, that's what we're talking about. Okay? See what they say? Select a real estate agent, because you need to have somebody who's not just trying to make a commission, but somebody who knows those little ins and outs of what is listed. Okay? Because, can I make a confession?
Yeah. Help yourself.
Agents, it's not my confession, but we got to tell you, other agents don't care what they
don't.
put down there.
I don't. I promise you. I go to my closings. I have agents. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
Oh, this is a loan officer. But listen, I kid you not. I have 8 sellers agents, because normally listing agents or whatever, they come to me. They like, look, I don't